Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our very first Coffee with Christianna episode. And yeah, we've got our coffee. Thank you, Gail, for our coffee. Today we are talking with Jennifer Miller from Theodora's Pearls about her Ocean Moon Kit and her Summer's Meadow. I tried to combine the two of them earlier today and it just didn't work. So Jennifer, I kind of wanted to ask you how you got your inspiration for the dyeing pattern on this yarn.
Well, this is a planned pooling effect of a certain length of the contrast color right here, which in my dye studio I dye 10 inches in this contrasting color, and it's been done by other dyers as well. So I kind of took off on some inspirations that I saw, but I also designed this particular piece for the what's called planned pooling. This is a little bit of the pool of the contrast color here. And I took up on this design and this idea, doing my own colors and also my own yarn, which is the bamboo oxynometer in the DK weight, 6-ply bamboo, a little heavier than the usual stuff you see on the wall here, but it makes a beautiful, beautiful little tiny bit heavier shawl in a nice size and with a very interesting technique. And each one comes out differently because you choose where you want to put the flowers in. Every time you come to the contrast color, you can put in a flower, or you can just skip over it if you want. Sometimes they come out real close to each other, like these two here, and sometimes they're kind of far apart, but you do work the flowers on both sides. So it's a very interesting kind of random lace, random color work, and also planned and random.
By the way, hi Mom.
Hi Dara.
I really like the bamboo is, even though it's a thicker bamboo than the normal oxynometer, it's still very light and breathable.
Yes, totally. And so great for summer and spring. It does give you a little tiny bit of warmth and a bit of cutting the wind out. As we know, we've been living here in Longmont through a lot of wind in Boulder County, and it still will stop the wind, but it's not as heavy, or certainly it's not itchy at all like wool. Can be.
And you have a new color
of
the Summer's Meadow.
So I have this Summer's Meadow, which this piece actually, stand up so you can see the whole piece. This piece is an almost asymmetrical triangle. It does start at one end with cast on 3. At this end over here, it starts, and I'm in the glare. It starts right here, and then it continues down, but it's mathematically calculated to make the point of the triangle come out almost in the center. So it's not the traditional asymmetrical triangle shape where the point of the triangle is kind of far off to one end. And that's one of the things that I wanted, is to make it an almost symmetrical triangle. And it's all in the increase and decrease patterns, right? About how you get that. So this one is called Night Thistle. This is one of the colors I've had for a little while. It's a purple to blue with purple to blue for Christina with a light lavender flower. And that was called Night Thistle. And then I also have the famous one, the first one we did, which is the Grello, which is up here, which is a yellow, of kind of a buttercup kind of yellow with a silver, beautiful, and there it is in the kit. Trying to get out of the glare.
There we go.
There's the kit, and then I also have this dark red one with a walnut contrasting color, which is kind of a pinky brown. The lighter color is a pinky brown with this dark cherry. This one's called Cherry Bark. So that one, and then a new colorway that I have, which is the Monet colorway, which is designed, seeking the right light for the thing here, which is is designed to look like the lily pads at Givenchy, and so the pink part, it would be the flowers, and the blue, the water of the ponds. So there you can, and here you can see when I undo it, you can see that there's about 10 inches of your contrast color that you can make a flower out of. So that's a brand new one, and there are kits in the shop for all 4 of these colors. There's one in kit form. Seeking the non-glitz. So there's the Summer's Meadow kit, which is such a distinctive piece. It's a quick knit. It's very fun to knit. It's easy. The flower stitch is very easy. It's very forgiving in terms of you can make a flower whenever you want to. There's really no mistakes with it, and you can come up with a very distinctive piece that you'll get a lot of compliments on.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we did make a YouTube video of you doing the flower stitch, so you can go to our YouTube channel if you need a little help with that.
Okay. All right. That would be a good thing to link in the pattern.
Yeah, it would.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do that when we're done here. I'll put a link in there to our YouTube channel. And so the next piece we wanted to talk about was the Ocean Moon.
Ocean Moon, which is right here. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece. This is by Amba O'Brien, an Australian designer. You may know of her. And this is a long crescent, which has several different options. And the one that I did has this top part with the phases of the moon. So here we have crescent moon going into waxing crescent, the half moon, full moon, and then the waning crescent down the other end. So it has 7 moons across the top. And the moons are in 2 colors. Then a large lace, an eyelet section here, and then the final lace on the bottom, which is this moon lace. See if we can get it up close because it's really impressive. There's the moon lace across the bottom, very beautiful. And there's other options. There's a more simple lace pattern. There's another option for this section also, and you also can do the top part, the moon section. You don't have to do this intarsia section. You can do this in a solid color and then embroider the stars and constellations back on it if you want.
Oh, that would be pretty.
Yeah. And so this one, this is in regular oxynometer fingering weight, and I have it in these colors. There's kits in the shop right now for these colors, which is the dark blue, which is called Firmament. The medium blue here, which is called Blue Moon, and then the lighter white part, which is the Silver Speckle. This is a silver with a yellow to pink highlight in it. And so it's very, very interesting to do. The intarsia is a little challenging, but it's possible to do. And Amba has some good tutorials on her site, or you can look up on YouTube how to do intarsia. The main part is you start out here, going back and forth. So this makes intarsia much easier to do when you're going this way over a short number of stitches. So it starts out with just a few, grows wide enough to put a moon in, and then the maximum number of stitches in this section is about 49. And then it goes back down, decreases again, and then pick up stitches off the bottom and put this bottom section on. So if you're interested in a learning opportunity and a really, really gorgeous piece and a really creative piece that's very moon and stars oriented in these beautiful custom colors that I did for it, we've got the kits for you here in the shop. And there's the kit. Ocean Moon, suitable for Amba O'Brien's Ocean Moon shawl. So, super exciting to have so many beautiful pieces in the Longmont shop right now. And these are some great opportunities for spring. Today is actually warm, the sun is shining. We're actually feeling warmth, amazing. And we're so grateful and happy that spring is coming and it's around the corner. These are some great ones for spring and some good projects for coming up for spring and summer dress up occasions such as graduations, weddings, things like that. These are all great pieces for that.
So I had a question. We've got a couple minutes left. How did you discover bamboo? How did you get into bamboo yarn?
Well, I started my fiber dyeing career dyeing woven fabrics. And of course, woven fabrics are cotton, silk, linen, stuff like that. And that is the kind of dye that bamboo takes. So I knew how to dye cellulose fibers, which is cotton, bamboo, linen, the plant fibers. And then I was able to source the bamboo that I wanted. And that's when I started to realize nobody else was really working in this fiber. So My bamboo is spun by a mill in Texas that spins it just for me. And they will spin in any weight or amount that I want, any put up that I want. And every fiber spinning mill has a particular calibration for different fibers. So like at Brown Sheep, they only spin wool and mohair, sometimes mixed with cotton. And at the mill in Texas, they only spin bamboo and bamboo blends. So they were able to spin exactly the combination that I wanted. And I'm really grateful that I've had so much fun with this. It is a different process from dyeing wool, and I do work in wool also, but working with bamboo is a different process from working with wool, and it is a little more complicated. So, but the other good news is that there's many, many more dye colors available for it. So it's always something new, always something good to experiment with.
Oh, Gloria says, good morning, Gloria. And I haven't seen any questions for you come across the screen. So, Gail, do you have any questions for Jennifer?
What's on the horizon?
What's on the horizon?
Well, of course, here at Longmont Yarn Shop, we always have something that we're cooking up. And our next big events, of course, will be Yarn Fest in Loveland, which is April 14th.
13th, 14th, and 15th.
Okay, sometime around then, okay? It'll be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. No. Well, anyway, it's around then.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then we will be at Estes Park Wool Market, and I will have show colorways for all of those, and special kits and special projects, and lots of new samples to show you at both of those shows. Estes Park Wool Market is around something like the 12th of June this year. Something like that. It's not the first weekend, it's the second weekend in June. Or anyway, something like that. So that is coming up for us here. And I also have in mind, Gail and I are kind of turning over an idea about a fiber dyeing masterclass. So if you're interested in learning about color on fiber, which is infinitely fascinating topic, I will be teaching that, and I'm thinking about that, and I'll be having some activities related to that. And of course, for the Yarn Crawl, which starts at the end of July, on July 29th this year will be my annual wool dyeing workshop, in which you get to dye 2 skeins of wool to your specific colors that you want.
That sounds like fun.
So super fun. And please watch for that when that opens up, because
it will
it
fill up
always
very
sells
fast.
out. It sells out fast. So grab your spot if you want to come.
Cool. Well, that is all the time we have for today. So thank you for coming to our very first Coffee with Christianna. Jennifer, thank you for coming. Gail, thank you for the coffee.
Thank you.
And we will see you next week when we're going to start talking about crochet techniques for Crochet Month. So have a lovely Tuesday, and we will see you next week. Bye.